Hello everyone, welcome back to Campden Interactive Series. Today we would be discussing a very important topic focusing on family business evolution, which is the next gen's role in driving the innovation. With the changing business landscape and advent of new technologies, it's important for family businesses to innovate and evolve to stay relevant and competitive. The next generations play a vital role in this process as they bring in fresh ideas, energy, and a global perspective to the business. In today's episode, we will engage in captivating conversation with a next generation business leader to understand his perspective on the role he plays in driving innovation in family business. For this, we have with us Salil Musale, who is the managing director of Astarc Group. Salil leads multiple group companies and spearheads their growth and diversification into new global markets and technologies. He sets and evolves the strategic direction for the company and its portfolio of offerings while nurturing a strong leadership team to drive its execution. So, welcome, Salil, and good to see you today on the Camden Interactive Series.
Thank you, Amit. Pleasure to be here to speak with you.
So, Salil, we'll start with the first question. The main question is about your family business. Uh, Maybe you can describe, how large is your business? When did it start? When did you join? And how your journey has been up till now.
I come from a family business based out of Mumbai, and our business group called as a Astarc Group houses many businesses. But the flagship business of our group is Classic Stripes, which is into automotive manufacturing of a large variety of decorative and functional products, the white goods and automotive industry. The business was started by my father in '87 during the early days of the two-wheeler business when Honda came into the country. So he built that business, you know, um, very quickly because of the market growing also very fast in the early days and still growing. So primarily, most of our business and most of our customers and our products are built around the automotive industry, which is the four-wheeler and the two-wheeler industry. And while we also do make many products in high volumes for the white goods industry, companies like Samsung, Panasonic. So that's the business I have been leading for the last 6 years. And before getting a leadership position, before earning that, um, I was in multiple roles in Classic Stripes, starting with introducing new products and diversifying into B2C businesses. I was the primarily B2B business. So I built that division in the business. So I grew up through the doing new things rather than the contemporary, rather than the traditional, I would say, um, way of inducting me into operations, because our business line takes many years to learn the operation. So you know my father thought it was not the right thing for me to start off with in the business, so he gave me the role of starting new things, new products, and new divisions in the company. So I started doing that, and then I was involved a lot in acquisitions, in the last 10 years, as well. Working on the deals, working on integration, and then growing those businesses. And for the last 6 years, of course, I have been primarily focusing on four major things. One is driving innovation in products, in developing new products for commercialization, getting the teams, the right teams, from global, companies to come and, do that for us. Driving culture change in the company, because, innovation, is very hard to integrate. And for me, innovation is not just, innovation doesn't mean just new products or new technology. I think innovation is iterative in each and every division of the company, operations, or whether it's HR or marketing. So So I've been driving that and then driving the growth through acquisitions globally and sales and marketing.
Great. I think I've been doing a lot of things over the last 8, 10 years, and it's very exciting to hear this from a next gen. Uh, you talked about innovation. Could you talk, because we use this word a lot. How families are innovating, or what are the next gens involved in innovation. For our audience, can you describe, like, in your business, what is innovation to you, and how do you induct innovation in your business, and is there a is there a problem with the first gen and the elders, when you talk about innovation and bring innovation in your various businesses?
Um, I mean, to us, innovation is basically improving on every aspect of whatever we are doing in every department, and that could be improving the process to reduce cycle times in our manufacturing, or bringing automation into our operations in our manufacturing and our production. So that for us, that is big innovation, and that is a step by step, process in our business, in our line. Then there is innovation that we drive, which is really new innovation, means completely new set of products, leveraging our competencies we have today in terms of our product development capability and our manufacturing processes. So, and all that comes from what the customers really want. For us, innovation is in products, or new product development does not mean you build something new and then take it to the customer. We work a lot with the customer to understand what is going to be their next 3, 4 years requirement from us. What is their product going to look like? Because we are in the aesthetic space, our customers work with us closely on that, and trust us with confidentiality. So we need to understand 3 years in advance, how do we build something to integrate into their next generation of products. So for us, for me, and for our company, that is the crux of innovation. And lately, what for me, how do I integrate new tools that are available, globally. For example, there are different ERP systems that I want to bring in. We currently use SAP, which is traditional, but there's so many more nimble ERP systems that are coming in HR, marketing, and tools of such sort, which now I'm integrating into our divisions, and really, really pushing hard by having workshops with my leadership team, and bringing people also from outside to educate us on how do we integrate those tools into our existing processes. Um, because we all know, you also know well, I know well, there's so many tools in every division that can be incorporated, including manufacturing. Um, and so for me, that is innovation. For us, that's how we drive innovation, slow and steady. Um, and for us, and for me, radical innovation is also another side, because we're always wary of new technologies that can disrupt us. So my a lot of my time is spent on traveling and exploring technology partnerships, to develop new things, new products for different industries, different set of customer, um, as well, and what we can offer them, leveraging our current competencies while building new competencies along with that. So I spend a lot of time doing that. And when it comes to the first gen, my father was actually very forward minded, and so I do not have too much trouble, fortunately, with getting him to budget and investments into new projects, and hiring on product development and R&D. So he's a big believer of that. So we are always really aligned. So we are fortunate to have somebody like him who's really forward thinking and enables us and allows us to take those risks, um, that can add value to the company in the future.
Great, great. No, I think innovation is something where one has to induct in any business, and as you said, there are so many different ways of innovation apart from the tools and the systems, uh, plus the product innovation of which uh, di- is different from industry to industry. Uh, can you describe a situation where you had to bring about a certain innovation either in the product or uh, in your systems and operations, which was a bit difficult to get it past your father, and uh, not only I would say your father, but in a large organization there are a lot of people who are certain age, who are above 50 or above 60, and for them to get used to the innovations which are brought in by a next first gen also becomes a task, where they say, "Ki, "Arey, to this boy is very young, he doesn't know anything. We are running the factory for so many years." So, anything where such situation happened and how you managed it?
One example. This was in the early days when I joined the company. I was I was convinced that we can sell products to the consumer directly through distribution, the accessory market, and through dealerships. There's a massive aftermarket business that we built. So, I built a team, a distribution team, sales team, to really grow that business. And, B2C businesses generally take quite a lot of investment, marketing spends in offline and things like that. And we also built an e-commerce site for making our products available to directly for the consumers, car owners and bike owners. And, so while I was allowed to invest money in that division to build it. Um, and when COVID hit, it was a hard time for me to convince him to keep that business going. I believe it could still be larger than our B2B business, over the next 7, 8 years. Um, but the COVID basically, put everything on hold on anything new. So actually, I was forced to shut down that division and let people go, which was a very hard thing for me to do. I spent a lot of time doing it, building it, and obviously letting people go is very, very hard. But the times demanded those really hard decisions, and I think that's where I feel me and my father sort of disagreed on that strategic part of the business, its future. So I can think of just that one example. But otherwise,
Sure.
when it comes to the existing B2B business model, you know, um, there has been very calculated risk in investing, whether that be automation or hiring new people and new talent. I think, yeah, I hope that
Great.
answers your
Yeah, yeah.
question.
No, excellent.
Yeah.
I think that's something which our audience will love, how you manage that. Uh, it, have you seen a growth in your business in terms of either the top line or bottom line, or general efficiencies have improved due to the innovations which you have brought, whether it could be technology related, operational related?
Absolutely. I think the biggest innovation is getting people who can bring those ideas to the table and implement them. I think that has been I've been able to hire some good people the last 4 years to improve our operations, automate, semi-automate operations, automate a lot of systems and processes so that you know the dependency from manual intervention in quality checks goes to automated and camera inspection and visual inspection systems. That has helped a lot in reducing cycle time and saving costs operationally. Um, so that's one of the biggest projects I think has really helped us reduce costs. So that has led to us being more competitive in terms of quoting to some customers, and that has helped increase the revenue. especially build a lot of new business in the EV space, and with our existing customers as well, especially for exports. Um, so, and that has also helped the bottom line because our costs have gone down,
Mm-hmm.
um, significantly. And as volumes increase, ours is like a exponential um, gains, reduction in cost as the volume goes up. So, the small one exchange in our reducing cycle time leads to 3x 4x gains in our cost because ours is a high volume business. So our process and our business and manufacturing is in that way.
Correct. Oh, excellent, excellent. You have your own manufacturing factory. Yeah.
Yes, own manufacturing completely and to
Uh, Tell me one thing. Since we are talking about innovation, and you said you travel a lot in Europe, in Middle East, and where you're looking at technologies and maybe you're exporting. How do you see innovation in India? How are we now placed, versus the developed countries? And just your opinion that how confident you are that we would become to a level where we are as good as German technology or technology from the US.
yeah. Let me answer this in two ways. When it relates to our business and the kind of strategic technology I for that really doesn't exist in India for us. But there's a lot of innovation and maturity in that innovation in Europe and the US. So for us personally on our business, we don't see much on those kind of technologies. We're the only player in India who are able to bring that technology with me. But I think when it comes to what I also do to discover innovation and innovative ideas, I invest in startups in the mobility space. So I have invested in four mobility startups, whether that's battery management software or shared mobility, electric mobility. So that basically gives me insight into what's happening in India that we also as a business can gain from, and it helps to invest some small amount in the early stages to learn what are the new things that are happening. What can we as a business give to the EV two-wheeler industry, the EV four-wheeler industry? So that gives me a lot of insights for talking to entrepreneurs who we are investing, also talking to other entrepreneurs in the mobility space. And so I spend a lot of time with startups in our area, in the automobile space specifically, to understand what's going on and what can be the opportunity for us as a business to leverage and to partner or collaborate.
Correct.
Otherwise, I think there is a lot of innovation in mobility in India and in the automotive space in sectors outside our area um, of products. So,
No, I think we are, as a country, we have doing a lot of innovation in the last, uh, I think, 10 years. What I have seen when I started and my career and got into business, I think we always said that we cannot compete with China and Taiwan. And how can we be making these products in India, especially high value items like electronics and other innovative products. But yeah, today we are going to make chips. We have gone big in electric vehicles, electric batteries, as you're saying, all the added uh, accessories. I think we are one of the largest countries. We export automotive parts in a big way. Uh, iPhones are getting manufactured in India now in a big way. Uh, we are exporting full cars, I think, to many countries. And I think it's thanks to families like you and others who are, especially the next gen, are taking innovation forward and integrating. into their businesses and not relying on old technologies and continuing that. Uh, so one the last question is what advice you would give to a next gen who has recently embarked their journey and has been inducted into a family business, like a general advice where which you have experienced when you started working out of your college into the business.
I think a couple of very important things I would advise, the second generation is getting into their father's or grandfather's business is really, learning to follow before you learn to lead. So, spending a lot of time listening and learning. Obviously, sometimes it takes time to learn the ropes, especially in manufacturing, but learn the essence of the business and the culture. I think that is very important as a first step. Spend a lot of time doing that and talking to people. And then second is, because as a new entrant into the business, obviously you have to earn the respect of the incumbent leadership who built the business with your grandfather or father. So getting their respect, getting their buy-in, and listening to them, I think is very very critical for any new family members coming to the business and joining it. And so for me, that has been my learning. Um, you Listening to them, getting their buy-in is very important because while it's important that when the next generation comes in slowly and steadily, we build our own teams. But the new teams that come in have to, really integrate and work together with the old teams. And the old teams have the loyalty of the leadership, which is your father. So there is that balance, that uh, friction management, and getting them to work together, which is, I think, uh, has high probability of
Correct.
making the company succeed and making you know yourself earn respect in the company in the eyes of the people. So, and I would say another thing is really look after and talk to the people down the line, the the first line, the soldiers in the company. I think they give you more insights than any head of department or the supervisory level people. So I think that would be my advice to second generation family members are joining the business. Spend a lot of time learning this and doing these things. And then of course once that happens, then you can bring in a lot of new ideas, new growth areas to chart and conquer. So
Correct. No, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and views so candidly, talking about what innovations you have done within your companies and products, and also giving valuable advice to young entrepreneurs and young next gens who would soon come into the business. We'll always be thankful for you, for your advice and for your time also to be on the interactive series. And of course, thank you for always being a valuable Camden member. We hope that you continue to be part of the Camden community. So, audience, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Stay tuned with us for more such conversations. See you all next time. Till then, take care. Stay safe. Stay well.
Amit,
Thank you.
my pleasure. Thank you so much. It was nice talking to you again.
Yes.